Hello, friends. It is Denise from Loving Life at 60ish. And I'm a little late today getting this to you, but I actually had another one I was going to show you today, but I worked on this one last night, and I really wanted to get this one out to you all, so I'm just a little late getting out. But before I show you this has nothing to do with what this new savings challenge is. But my friend that I went to Disney with, when we came home, it was May Day. And she handed me this bag and said, Happy May Day. And if you know me, you'll know it's a keychain, and isn't that adorable? I mean, obviously my name is Denise for D, but also Donald Duck. So that was really sweet of her. I also got something for her also. And I didn't give it to her that day because it was in my suitcase and we were headed home. But I just unpacked it, and so I need to get it to her. And I'll try to show it to you on one of my videos before I take it to her. So today, I had asked on a couple of my videos if you have ideas for savings challenges, to always write them in the comments. I would love to hear. I'm pointing down and I realize that you can't see my fingers, my hands, because I have the camera set weird on the desk for some reason today. But anyway, I'd already had this one in my head and sketched out on paper, but I hadn't done it yet. And Andrea Walker suggested this. She suggested an Alaskan cruise savings challenge. And I could still do that as a 1-page, 8.5 by 11 savings challenge. But I went ahead and I did an actual cruise savings challenge. Lots of 3 by 6 by 6.5 by 3.5 to fit in your, I brought one of these out, A6 binders. Or again, as I always say, you could just leave them. You don't have to cut them. You could just leave them, punch holes in it, put it in a 8.5 by 11 notebook also. But I did, so there's 12 of them in the bundle. The first one is the cruise fare, so the actual cost of the cruise. I have never been on a cruise before, so I'm going to tell you, if I'm wrong in any of this, please feel free to let me know. Airfare, because generally you have to fly somewhere to get on the cruise. And I also did transportation, because maybe you're driving somewhere, or maybe you have to get a rental car or an Uber or anything like that. So, and on all of these, you're going to set, as you see, you're going to set your goal of how much you need, and then each icon will be worth a certain amount. So that's the first 3. And then the next 3 is lodging. Usually you have a hotel stay. Not always, but I know for a lot of people, they go to wherever they're going to get on the ship, and they might have to stay overnight, one night on both ends or one end of the trip. Shopping, of course, you have to have shopping, and this woman is really shopping. And food and drink, because although lots of times it's inclusive on the ship, sometimes when you're out and about, you might need something, or on the way there or on the way home. etc. So, and then the next three, the first one is excursions. So usually you get off the ship and go places, do things. So that's what this one's for. A spa day. Maybe you're going to get a massage or pedicure or something on the ship. Casino. I know not every ship has a casino, but most or a considerable amount of them do. So I added that on there. And photos, because they always take those photos on the ship and then they charge you an arm and a leg, but I always think all photos are worth an arm and a leg. So that's for the photos. And then tipping. Oftentimes you you're in situations where you need to tip whoever is helping you. And then the last one is my favorite, the unexpected. Look at her face. Whoops. And that could be anything. I mean, that could even be miscellaneous, just a little extra money just in case sort of thing. So there's, like I said, there's 12 of them. They come in a bundle and you can cut them out and put them in your binder envelopes, A6 binder envelopes, or as I said, you can keep them whole and punch holes and put them in an 8.5 by 11 notebook. My cat is meowing. If it's not one thing, it's another. Either the dog is snoring, the landline is ringing, or the cat is meowing, or the dog is barking, right? I have a dog that snores and a dog that barks, two different ones. So anyway, this is today's new savings challenge. Remember, I'm doing a new one every day in the month of May, and I will plan on seeing you tomorrow with the next one. And before I go, I just want to say stay tuned for a video because there's going to be a giveaway coming up because I did make it to over 500 subscribers. So you will hear about that a little later this afternoon. Bye.